Today we are going to show you how to pop off on a whole new level. This is built around a strategy that is a little bit of a gamble, but if you pull it off, it's non-stop win cons getting dropped for free every single turn. We had some incredible games and some heartbreaks, but this is one for the books, and this new card, well, it could be a problem. If you guys like to pop off, man, do I have the deck list for you. This deck is the ultimate token deck because of how crazy this thing can just run away with games, and it's all built around a brand new card from the new Spider-Man set, Through the Omen Paths, a card I've been wanting to play for a while since early access but never really got around to it. This card is insane, guys. It's 8 mana, but don't let that scare you because we cheated in so many different ways, but it does have Convoke, so you can actually use your creatures for mana, which is really interesting. But what's really cool about this is that at the beginning of your combat, which is amazing by the way, the beginning of your combat, you basically get to go look at 5 top cards of your library, find a creature, put it onto the battlefield, which is insane because obviously it can do any mana cost, which can get outrageous. And essentially that's like a hideaway of 5. And if that doesn't sound familiar to you guys, let me explain. Collector's Cage. This is another card that works extremely well with Selesnya tokens because it has hideaway of 5. It gets you a free spell. Basically, if you can, get 3 different creatures with different powers on the battlefield, this can give you a free spell after looking 5 cards deep. So this can actually find your Omen Path, which is really cool, but your Omen Path can also be cheated into the battlefield with your wide token state anyways. And the things we're going to be grabbing, guys, oh my goodness, we're going to be grabbing Summons of the Night's Round, we're going to be grabbing Overlord of the Mistmoors, and we're going to be grabbing the Moonshaker Cavalry. Mostly the Cavalry is going to be the win con here today though, because we're going to go extremely wide, and then the Cavalry is going to drop down, giving everything flying and a huge pump to get through to your opponent's face for lethal. Now, the rest of the game is pretty simple. We have a bunch of different creatures that help us get to it as fast as possible, the Collector's Cage in particular. But we also have another alternate win con if you need to. We have some flyers off of the Sanguine Evangelist, and if you can actually pump it with this new card here, which allows us to create 3 citizen tokens onto the battlefield, but also the land that we attach this to can pump another creature based on how many creatures you have. I've been able to get creatures up to, above 20 power with this thing. It's pretty awesome, and it's a nice way to close out the game if you're struggling to find your pieces. But this is a little bit of a slot machine, guys. Either you have it and you go crazy, or you don't have it. The Collector's Cage or the Omen Path, if you don't have those 2 cards, you kind of dirtle out, you curve out nicely, but you end up with some expensive stuff in your hand you can't cast, and it gets a little bit weird. But if you get an Omen Path down, it's really hard to lose. So I hope you guys enjoyed the games. We're gonna jump right into them, and we'll see you at the end. Peace. So I'm starting to think Omen Path might be one of the most broken cards from the newest release. This deck has been pretty awesome. It's been pretty awesome, and we've been having some serious fun with it too. This deck has like some crazy pop-off moments, and we find ourselves in Omen Path off the top there. After having the cage though, my opening hand, I didn't really want to see that on top, just because it wasn't really necessary. But I mean, unless the cage, of course, misses. If this would have stayed in the deck, though, it would have given me an opportunity, one more chance at it to find what I need. All right, so what to do with this? Do we play the Recruit? Or do I play this, put a counter on this? No, I think I'm going to play the Recruit here. We might get countered too, by the way. This is definitely a possibility. Okay, it's an opt. Sure. And another opt. Alrighty, no worries. All right, so a mono blue deck, probably. It could be Demir or Azorius, but I'm guessing it's mono blue all the way. We might see that new creature that turns itself into a land. That'd be kind of interesting. Harmonize to draw another card. And then leaving mana open potentially for a counter spell. I think let's try to resolve the Bunnycorn first. It's probably going to get countered, and then we'll do the cage after the... Okay, never mind. You got any spells you want to cast yet? Really? All right, I guess we try to resolve it. It's probably going to get countered, though. I was trying to bait them into a counter spell there, but they didn't fall for it. Okay, it looks like it lands. And we get some pretty big stuff, big hits here, guys. I'm gonna take the Summon of the Knights, of course, which will then allow us to play the Omen Path with all the Convoke ability. And a Tolarian Terror. Not scary at all. Nope, not scary at all. Not for what we're about to do. What we're about to do is a lot scarier. All right, here you go. And then here we go. Here's where the real fun begins. Here's where the real fun begins, guys. Dude, these turns are crazy. I'm telling you, this has been like every game so far. Every game has been like, get the Omen Path down and then you just resolve bomb after bomb, dude. It's crazy. All right, let's see if we can keep this hand. We've got the Paw Patch Recruit. The Remarkable Readings is cool. I might be able to convoke myself into an Omen Path. Let's see. Let's see. I may not have to convoke myself. I guess we'll find out. Let us find out. I think I'm gonna wait on turn 3 for the Paw Patch Recruit here, just to maximize the amount of tokens I generate. And perfect, we'll take another one. So we have 2 ways we can resolve the Omen Path here, through the cage or through its convoke ability. Either way, pretty good choices. I hope I get an opportunity to show you guys how we can win the game with the readings, because this card is really cool. When you can give it one of your flyers the ability to pump based on the amount of tokens you have, it's pretty outrageous. You can kind of one-shot people. That's fine. So we're up against Izzet. Up against Izzet VV, guys. VV. Cauldron, stuff like that. I think I like this matchup. I'm not too worried about it at all. I say that, but I mean, if they get VV in the yard like right now and find a way to get their Cauldron, that could be really bad. That's when their deck starts to pop off though. But ideally, you know, you typically have a couple of turns to get rolling here. This chair sometimes can be so uncomfortable. All right, so there's no, oh, there is a VV in the yard. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. What a top deck right there. That was huge. Omen Path. Open up. Okay, I guess it's something. It's not what I wanted, but it's a good blocker for sure. If they get the Cauldron here, we might be cooked. All right, they finally play Fear of Missing Out. Maybe trying to find the Cauldron, giving themselves one extra card to maybe pull it off the top. But they will have to discard. They drop another VV, sure. They missed the Cauldron because clearly no other plays. It just jumps straight to the attack step there. They can't attack with the Light Shatter, so we're still in a good spot. Not taking any additional damage here, nor do I have to make a chump block, so sweet. That would have been really nice off the top with the Omen Path. All right, I'm going for it, guys. I know it's super greedy. It's very greedy, but I'm going for it. It's a good hit. And a good hit. All right. Not as good as I had hoped, but it's good enough. Yeah, things are getting pretty wild here. They're looking and touching all my cards like, what the heck just happened there? I'll tell you what happened. We went nuclear, my friend. I mean, look at that board, dude. Just look at the board. Are you kidding me? All right, Winter Night Stories. That'll definitely get them the Cauldron, I feel like. I mean, they've been digging for quite a while, which means this turn's gonna be pretty big for them. I don't think they could even win, even if they do attach a VV's ability to the Light Shatter, but they will produce what, like 6, 7, 8, 9 mana or something like that. So they can basically play out the rest of their hand. But there won't be any damage being dealt while they play these spells like they would normally if there was an actual VV on the field. So that's good. There's no way. It seems like they might have missed the Cauldron. Floodmaw. Okay. Sounds good to me, man. I wish I had a little bit more mana so I can get this down and just pump my 2/1 flyer and go over the top. Because if we don't find a cavalry here, I mean, we still probably win with just the attack going low, right? I think so. I think there's more than enough damage here to get through. Torch the tower. Okay. Let's pump the flyers now. Sounds good. They probably think, oh, I can attack, but okay. All right. Yeah, that is gonna work. Let's just go for it. We got what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers. They can only block here. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, they're almost assuredly dead here, even if we do miss on the Omen Path, but wow. And did we miss? We definitely missed. But with the Evangelist going off too, we're gonna be good to go. Good luck stopping that. Good luck to you, man. GG's. Well, that went well. All right, this hand is definitely a little bit slow, but I think we keep it. I think we keep it. Just because we do have the cage on 2 and then the Paw Patch Recruit on 3 with this offspring cost. Okay, now I can play it without doing the offspring thing. But I will be taking damage off of this, which doesn't feel great. Yikes. I just hope we're not under super heavy pressure here going second, which looks like we might be. I can get a good block in with the Evangelist though. Okay, so let's think about this really, guys. Let's really think about this. If I go with the Collector's Cage on 2 with the starting town and I don't hit a 3rd land drop that comes in on taps, we're gonna have to take more damage. Okay, good. That solves that problem, which means I can go here and not take any damage. Trying to mitigate as much damage as possible here. And which card do we take? Probably the Knights of the round, right? They can block extremely well. No attacks. So just two little chocobos I gotta worry about here. 2 little Spearows. And they put the 1/1 counter on Bristly Bill. And they're gonna fight me now too. That's not good. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out of this one, guys. Pretty sure it's over. Just going second here was a little bit of a downside, but really we had a very slow start. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong. We went against an aggro player. We went second and we had a bit of a slow start. So you're gonna lose that most of the times. Yeah, sure. We jump up here. And now they get to put trample on something every turn, which is really unfortunate. I don't know. Is there any card here that gets me out of here? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is truly our best 4-drop here for this position that we're in. Unless maybe I get the enchantment that creates a lot of the 1/1 bodies. That could be good. No matter what though, gonna have to take some damage here. Okay. Man. This is when I was like, man, I really wish I had some removal for these sort of games, but this deck wouldn't perform nearly as well with the removal spells. It kind of needs all of its pieces, like the cages and the omen paths. Those are kind of the engines of the deck, and if we're not hitting like creatures and permanent bodies, it's just, it's really, really bad news. Obviously, you could probably throw in like a Sheltered by Ghost, but even then, it's like taking up 4 slots for something potentially to find with the omen path. It's never really a good idea. You just don't want to slow down your own game plan and cause whiffs, because if you whiff, you lose. Okay, so at least they haven't been playing any sort of sacrifice lands that much. I mean, we got one Fable. Oh, I guess that was a sack land. Never mind. I take back what I just said. I thought they just played a forest. I wasn't paying attention too much. All right, 6 trample. And then these guys. Okay, so I'm out of a board state here, but I'm still alive. If they had swung through with the elf, they would have just won there, but any card that saves me here, that's definitely not good enough. All right, GG's. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Not bad. All right, going first. Let's not screw this up. Pretty good looking hand here. Pretty good looking hand here. Let's go with the collector's cage. A little bit harder for them to answer. Something I definitely don't want getting countered later. And we do get some good stuff here. I think I'm gonna bring out the cavalry first. I may not. So here's the deal. If you get a cavalry underneath your cage early like this and you don't find an omen path, you can always put the 1/1 counters onto your creatures and decline the offer to bring out the cavalry. I've also brought out the cavalry as like a defensive measure once. It was pretty funny. Was able to defend and wipe out their whole board because we pumped our whole field. So that was pretty cool. All right. And we are doing some Ouroboros stuff. This seems like Ouroboros to me. All right, so I can block in the air if it becomes a 3/3. If I want to. I mean, I don't necessarily even have to, but oh man, what do I do? What do I do? Do I go for the surprise block again potentially? I mean, I could go for a surprise block. I'm gonna go ahead and let this get through though. I need all the bodies I can get so I can trigger the cage if I need to. Maybe a 1-drop here would be pretty good, but it would have to be, okay, I was gonna say it had to be a rabbit. Okay, guys. You got me, man. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I think it's this. And I think I just hold the mana for the cage and we try to surprise block this guy here. Because he does become a serious problem, especially when Ouroboros comes down. All right, pass the turn. No, send everybody. Because I'm gonna create when I get the cavalry in, everything gains flying too, so I'll be able to block no problem. A drowner. Okay, I might have to pull it off now. What is the move here? Okay. How do they block? If they block at all. They do block, okay. So I still have the bunny corn. I'm still gonna get a 1/1 off of this. They can't send this back. I think we just let that go, yeah. Looks like they got something here though. Indestructibility. Does that matter for me though? No. No, it all stays the same for me. My game plan doesn't change. All right, end the turn. What you got for me now, man? All right, hopefully this next collector's cage hits a what is it? A omen path. Really need it to be an omen path. Man, getting down the omen path is kind of everything for us in these games. If we don't get the omen path, we're typically not in a great spot. All right. Is that all? Uh-oh, do they have a flood maw? Oh man, they could have a flood maw here. That would be obnoxious. All right, cool. Still would be pretty obnoxious, but at least I get the block off here. But if they bounce the cavalry, that's gonna be annoying for sure. I guess I'm gonna double block it. That way, if they do have like a flood mon, they decide to bounce one of these, at least the other one can still get the block and kill it, because that way they can't save it. Okay, they're gonna send the bunny corn back. That's a weird response to the situation. It's a fine move. It's a weird response to the battle that we're having here in the middle. All right, here we go. Come on, Omen Path. Okay, not an Omen Path, but a busted card. Let's give you a counter, I guess. Here we go, Knights of the Round. Let him cook. Yeah, GG's. All right, sweet. Yeah, we're just too much for them there to handle once we got the ball rolling there. No Omen Path though, but still a good game. Oh man, this hand looks good, but I just don't have like the cage or the Omen Path. I don't think we can keep it. Gosh, it's such a good hand though. I'm keeping it. It's a really good hand. What am I saying? All right, the opponent's finally here and they took a mulligan. Let's go. Took a little while for them to decide on their hand though. All right, we got a red player. I hate playing against red strictly because of the nemesis. I can go really, really wide, but the nemesis always being there really scares me about making my creatures taller and stronger. Because if we try to run through the opponent, they'll just in response obviously block and throw the fireball in my face. All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna just do this. I know the opponent's either gonna pump the claw or just throw a fireball at one of these two, and they decide to pump the claw. I want it gone, so I'm fine with the trade-off. Let's do it again. And then let's go ahead and surveil, hopefully into something good. Yes, we got the cage, baby. GG's. That might be a little presumptuous to say GG's, but you know what? I'm saying it anyways. I'm saying it anyways. I mean, we gotta play it, right? Wish there was a way for me to play it and get the value right now, but we're gonna have to wait. Alrighty. I got the Omen Path though. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. This is definitely not a race I think they can keep up with though. That can blow something up for only tapping it. Another Hired Claw is fine. Yeah, seems like a block there, right? All right, cool. All right, do they try to blow up the recruit? No. Through the Omen Path has made its way to the field, and that hopefully doesn't whiff and we close this thing out. All right, it didn't technically whiff, but it did get me a very tall creature that I just spoke about that I don't want. But anyways, they scoop it up. GG's. All right, not our cleanest game, but a good one nonetheless. All right, guys, I'm going second with a very interesting hand. I do think we keep this. And the reason why I'm keeping this is because of the remarkable readings. It can actually close out the game pretty well on its own. Yeah, I guess we just don't want to take any damage if we don't have to. All right, so we're going against life gain though, and they're going first, which is always pretty scary, but my elf hopefully allows us to curve into what we need here. You got it, man. And a channeler, okay. So many evangelists here, man, so many. I'm willing to double and triple block here. I'm not too worried about that. I'm trying to think though, do I want to play out the passage here and actually take damage to, you know, do the readings? Maybe. All right, so I'd be also happy to make a block here on the Vanguard because it's the only thing that allowing them gain life right now and grow their board state. Happily make that exchange. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's choose green here, enter taps, and I guess keep their life total down a little bit here. Because if they do find like a ley line, you don't want them getting a non-necessary pump in the field here. Ley line of hope. Okay, well, we've got something here, guys. We've got the remarkable readings next turn, which can pump my flyer here quite a bit. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about to be 8 bodies. 8 bodies, pumping our bat by 8/8. Oh, they have a land that can deal them damage now. That's not good. And they're gonna take the Evangelist, I would imagine. Oh, they don't. Okay, here's the deal. Do we let this get through or chump block it for the one with the one? I feel like we let it get through. Oh, hold on. I don't think I can pass that up. Can I? Sure. All right, their ability to create flying now off of the starting town is actually kind of genius. So good on them for that. That might actually end up getting them the game here. Another sheltered, huh? Okay. Taking the elf, interesting choice. I mean, it worked out. I needed that really bad. Okay, well, they can't attack with my 3 bats out here, right? So I guess that's the play. Another land isn't bad, but it's not what I need. See what happens, man. I mean, they gotta find some sort of life gain tool, like I don't know, a sanctifier of some sort, or another cat that can gain them life passively, like the Vanguard. But the channeler can't just gain life here. They are elevating it to the air here, and they are sheltered by ghosts. Oh, how unlucky are we, man? That's tough. Okay, sure. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. Is there any way I can produce a way of blocking this and killing it at this point? Probably not, because they're gonna go to 4 toughness. Yeah, I say no blocks for now. I might find a cage here. Okay, not a cage, but a very good card. Let's do it. Let's get it down, and then I guess let's get out the Paw Patch Recruit here. Yeah, say good to go. Paw Patch Recruit's nice, because if they try to target me with another Sheltered by Ghosts, I can put 1/1 counters on some stuff, but still obnoxious, man. Like 3 Sheltered by Ghosts is just unreal. We are so unlucky. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Here's my only well, I can't do it at instant speed. I wish I could do this at instant speed, but it's actually not even possible. Alrighty. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm definitely not going to be able to get this down. Is there any reason? No, I think I give myself one more chance to maybe top deck the collector's cage here. Yikes, man. I cannot believe this is happening right now. I mean, we've had it lined up a couple of times where I'm like, oh, well, we got some really good blocks here against our opponent's flyer. And then next thing you know, the opponent is dropping a 3rd Sheltered by Ghosts. So there's that. And the turn. Guess I should have pumped one of these up, huh? There's the Ley Line of Hope too. Oh man, it just keeps getting worse. Just when you think, oh, I can't get much worse than this, it gets a little bit worse. Taking 6, it is what it is. Gotta figure out a way to close here. My only way to close would be find a cavalry off of a collector's cage. Or an Omen Path. If it's not collector's cage or Omen Path, oh my god, hold on. Cavalry. Oh, I was gonna say, there's no way we go 2 for 2 here on what we need. Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, we gave it our best shot. Imagine that hit a cavalry though, and we win the game there. That would have been insane. Would we have won? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everything would have got 8 in power. I think we would have won that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers, all like 9/9s. Yeah, we definitely would have won. GG's. All right, I'm going first. Hand looks good. Yes, it does. It looks really good. I can... let's just go with our Surveil lands. These Surveil lands are actually kind of hurting us here, but it's fine. I don't necessarily need another land. I'm pretty sure we'll find another one anyways. Man, this curve would have been nasty if I would have hit my elf on one there. All right, so we're gonna have to rely on the Omen Path coming down through our Convoking abilities here, which is very easy to do with readings. Readings is gonna be clutch here. Oh man, is it a counter spell? Really? Negate, interruption, spell pierce. Negate, interruption, or spell pierce, huh? That's tough. Oh, an exhale. Of course it is. It's Sultai. So we got dragons, guys. Dragons are on the menu. And a long goodbye. Wow, there goes everything. Unfortunate. Hey, we did get a collector's cage though. That's nice. They missed a land drop too. That's going to be able to allow us to convoke to the Omen Paths very easily. Comes down to this, guys. It comes down to this. Does this resolve for one? And if it does resolve, does the opponent have a kill spell lined up? It does not resolve. They run 3 steps ahead as well. All right, so this is gonna be a super control-y build here. Dang, we had a phenomenal starting hand, and the cards we top decked into were really nice too. But this opponent, unfortunately, just having every single answer. 3 steps ahead. Can't resolve anything here. It is what it is. Enters tapped. Get it for 3 in the turn. I guess I should have given it a counter before attacking. Dude, look at all of these spells that we could have had. Dude, I wanted to show you guys how good the readings was going to be to get us into the Omen Path like right away. That was going to be awesome. But the opponent's playing the no fun hand. No fun allowed. Maybe this resolves. Meditate with me, guys. Meditate with me, because we're gonna have to calm our nerves when we get hit with another counter spell. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Okay, they're gonna kill something here. Wow, that's not fun. All right, so we got to expect our opponent here to hit us with the deadly cover up here on this next turn, which will shut down everything. It'll shut down the whole shebang. All right, so let's try to get this activated. Well, hold on. I could get the Omen Path down right here and right now, potentially. But I think what I want to do is do this. Man, it really stinks knowing that no matter what I'm about to do here, it's gonna get answered. Ugh, it's so frustrating. All right, which creature are you gonna kill? You're gonna kill one clearly. All right, the end on a token. Got it. Is there anything I can do in response to this to get some tomfoolery? Not really. Tomfoolery. All right, I wonder if they have any spells that don't kill or counter something. We'll find out, I guess. I guess they have to have at least a River Regent in their deck, right? They took a turn off. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be able to do some stuff. Maybe. If they find a land and they hit us with an exhale, you're gonna cry. You know that, right? Yes, I know this. Okay, they didn't hit a land drop. Good. Let's go green. I'll pay the life. I mean, we'd have no reason not to. Give me something nice. Oh, you suck. Okay. Okay, that wasn't nice. Arya, I am not a fan of yours. I'm gonna be completely honest. Because here comes the deadly cover up, or it's going to be, you know, the rapture. Oh, the regions. Wonder what they bounce here, actually. This is going to be very interesting choice because they've got two big things that I would have really big trouble. Okay. That was a pretty good top deck. And now what's really nice about this is that my knights of the round are going to be pretty safe against any sort of sweeper nonsense. So finally I can breathe a little bit easier here. I guess I should have pumped up my recruit there, but it would have been pre-combat, so there wouldn't have been, you know, any sort of tokens on the field at the time. So anyways, I love that. That was a big win. I'll take it. That was close. Okay, well, I think this is a pretty clear cut, like, mulligan, right? I think so. This is better. I still need a little bit of help here from the top decks. Need some, maybe some turn 3 stuff, like, maybe our rabbit. Oh, no. Another land can go for now. Omen Path, normally not too bad here, but I don't have any of my token stuff like I did last game. Last game I was able to produce a lot of tokens really fast. This game, not so much. All right, Collector's Cage I think comes down first before the Bunny Corn. All right, we whiffed pretty hard on that. That's something we wish we would have had in our hand. This is something we wish we would have had underneath that. We're getting things kind of out of order here, you know? Maybe I give myself the opportunity to get this up to a 3 power, but I think I'd rather surveil here and just hope for the best because Lightning Strike still exists, Lightning Helix exists, so giving 1/1 counter here isn't exactly a big deal. Unless they run Burst Lightning, of course, then that would be a pretty big deal. All right, we got ourselves an Overlord here. That'll be nice. Overlord is nice. Nice with it. All right, so we seem to be having a little bit of an issue when we go second, huh? And the problem with our opponent here too, the style of deck list that our opponent's working with here, is they could pump these creatures at a moment's notice, which could present lethal. So as much as I want to keep these 2/1 flyers out here so we can activate our Collector's Cage as easy as possible, I kind of have to block one of these because they may just pump it and I'll die. I mean, we just saw it. This card is pumping it by 4/4. That's kind of crazy. I mean, they do it pre-combat though. Can they choose any target? I mean, they should have done that after I declared my blocker, but I'm not complaining, just saying. They've got too much value on the field here though, so I'm pretty sure this is over. Unless I can, you know, spawn out a bunch of tokens here with, like, I know, maybe another readings. That's a lot of, that is a couple tokens right there for sure. I'll take it. Let's just choose a white source, enter tapped, and say go. We got ourselves a Collector's Cage pump. Can block pretty good here with the Evangelist. What does that thing do? Is that the in web? Oh, I know. Okay, so this is the new Spider-Man. What does it say? Put a 1/1 counter. Okay, so they don't have the mana for that. Oh, that's not good. I didn't realize they were gonna be able to pump both of these like that. Double the number of each counters, each spider. Hi, yay. Okay. Gotta get some more tokens again. I mean, the good news is our opponent isn't going super wide, right? So if we can keep chump blocking, and they don't have trample yet. I say yet because I'm pretty sure they will. But we missed on the the draw there. So, all right. I mean, we had a really good run if we think about it. Like, we had a pretty solid run. How many total games have we played with this thing? So we had, what is this, game number 8? Only lost the 3. I mean, pretty good. We definitely went up with it. So it's a little bit of a crapshoot for sure. Definitely a crapshoot, but it's fun to kind of gamble and roll the dice on these big hitting monsters, man. And Omen Path, if there's a better way to get it down more consistently, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But man, when it's down, it is brutal.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Spez, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.